You're recording, right?
Yeah.
There was definitely a man talking out here.
We are a group of investigators.
And I didn't even turn it on,
Skeptics.
FYI, and it's on again in the middle of nowhere.
And one that's a bit empathic.
I think that I'm too empathic, that the room was upset that we were ghost hunting.
Join us on our adventures of diagnosing the mysteries of the paranormal.
School. This school, founded in 1901, was an active grade school until the late 1980s, then turning into a cultural arts museum, which is where it stands today. Now, this beautiful school, 2 floors up top and a basement connected by a gym. The odd part about this, no reported deaths, no reported murders. There have been some nearby battles of natives and early Mormon settlers. However, there hasn't been clear documentation as to why this place is haunted. But trust me, with our investigations in the past, if you have not seen them, this place is one of the most frightening we have ever been to. Come walk with me. We believe that this place is haunted by part of the museum and the artifacts that are housed inside. Jason is up inside investigating there now. There are war artifacts that are housed inside of this museum that we strongly believe lead to the paranormal activity inside of this school. At our last investigation, we had significant activity surrounding Purple Heart upstairs, a Purple Heart that belonged to George Melvin Close. Now, George Close suffered a tragic fate, dying on a U.S. military ship in the single largest loss of life in a single attack on a military ship in U.S. history, and one that was covered up for decades until the Freedom Act started to leak what truly happened. His Purple Heart, right upstairs. We made direct communication, we believe, with George Close here last time, and today we hope to not only bring him justice, so in a sense, but also to shed light on the tragedy that happened that unfortunately was covered up by the US government for decades. So let's go ahead and head upstairs. I guess before we do, we've got Sarah here in Command Center running our chat. And for everyone, we also have my niece Lucia here. But for listeners and viewers who are tuning in now, if you have comments, if you see something that's happening, type them in the chat. Sarah's going to be running the chat. She's got communication with us, and you can be a part of this investigation just as much as we are. How you doing, Sarah? Lucia? Snacking on some Easter candy?
Yep.
As you should be. All right, let's go upstairs. All right, it's either me walking backwards and falling, or you're going to get a view of my butt for the next 30 seconds. I prefer not to fall.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay, so as we enter up into the second floor, this square building, 4 rooms in the corners. In this back corner is the war room where these artifacts are housed. That's immediately where we're going to begin our investigation. Joining us, we have another investigator. Jamie, watch your step. There's a tripod there. We have a special guest, Laura. My sister-in-law also is joining us. Okay, Jamie, I'll trade you. I'll take this.
Okay.
Jamie's going to go join. Jamie's been on the camera. We're going to jump into the investigation.
We've got basically what's a rope with the purple lights. If you get near to those, they'll change colors, so we can know that you're there.
Is it the furnace?
We also have the REM pod up on the corner of the glass case. That's the red light. If you get near to that, it'll let us know, it'll change colors, it'll make noise, so you can communicate that way as well.
Oh, it's the radiator.
Radiator noise in the background.
And then we've got Chad and I, we're here. I think Jamie, you introduced yourself earlier.
Dad.
We've also got Laura here with us. She was the one that was sharing the video of the sailor telling his story.
Any activity so far, Jason?
You know, when we were setting up the tripwire, we had it all around the Purple Heart, and a couple times it flashed all colors.
Those are brand new batteries in our investigation in Arizona that people can see on the live stream. We talked about how the batteries died and changed the color of that tripwire. So all new batteries in there today. And just before, George, if you're there, I'm going to approach you and just show the people who can see through this device your Purple Heart. So I'm going to approach and then I'll back away. We've got one of our meters here, George. This is our GS2 for those of you watching at home. It's a laser grid light sensor. So as something goes in front, we'll be able to detect any movement. Of course, our electromagnetic field tripwire. And of course, there's George Melvin Close and his Purple Heart, donated by his wife, Louise Ellsworth. Later remarried and took the name Ellsworth. Whoa. Did you guys see it?
That's what it did.
Is it? It shouldn't be my phone, right?
Well, do you have the walkie on you?
I do, but it will if it goes off. But it didn't go off.
I didn't hear it go off. Let's get the walkie off of each other.
Sure.
But the REM pod wasn't going, and I don't think there's anything else over there.
You guys okay if I stay up here? Just for a second. George, was that you that changed the energy in the magnetic field to light this off? Whoa. Whoa. George, that was great. I have chills.
That happened when Laura was running the story of the video of the sailor telling the story.
George, that's fantastic. We have another device here as well. Here on the end, I'm sure Jason told you, but if you're able to manifest energy and touch this, it can give us response as well. George, my name's Chad. I was here about a year ago, and I had some chest pain when I walked by your Purple Heart. Do you remember me? George, are you attached to the Purple Heart that was given to you after death, at least in your name? George, do you stick around these war artifacts to try to bring voice to the loss of life in what was one of the bigger cover-ups by the government? That was me tapping. I mean, after your death, unfortunately, the US wasn't very open about the loss of life on your ship. I'm sorry if I startled you with my response to you changing the light. It's exactly what I want you to do. Can you make it happen again so I know you're still here? Gosh, maybe I startled him. I'll back up and let you guys continue.
If it's the wife.
I'm sorry?
I wonder if it's the wife.
Oh, if it's Louise Ellsworth.
When you said her name is when it lit up. I don't know. I don't know.
Say that again?
When you said her name is when it lit up.
Louise Ellsworth, the wife of George. Are you here with us? We believe you died, or we believe that you had ties here to Payson from our research. And it goes quiet. All right, Jason, Jamie, let's take it away. Sorry for barging in. That light. The light scared me.
George, I think I can see a figure over by that American flag. showing up occasionally. That's you. Can you just go touch that red light just so we know it's you? Just touch that red light on the corner of the case.
I saw a figure pop up briefly.
We'll stay back here so we won't go anywhere near it. So we'll give you your space. But can you go up there and just touch that? Or even touch those purple lights. You were doing that good earlier. Make them change all the different colors. Just go near that red light so we know that you're here.
I mean, I saw that figure there. It makes me wonder if it's picking up the easel, but why wouldn't it do it consistently? And that's
wasn't by
aside
the
from
easel.
the easel.
Yeah. George, we're just here to hear your story. What's his wife's name?
Luis.
Or is it Luis back there that's wanting to communicate with us? Okay.
Another one?
I'm getting this the last few years. Elise, is that you? Can you touch that red light for us? Or even just go near those purple lights. Want to try like a spirit box?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So we're going to try a different method. I'm going to put my phone up there and you can talk into the phone and it'll try and pick up your voice.
So Jason, why don't you grab that Necrophonics app?
Okay.
So at the feedback of you, we had been using the Ghost Box, Spirit Box, but based off direct feedback, we heard people like the Necrophonics. They trusted a bit more, and so we bought it. And based off your response, that's what we'll go ahead and pull up and see if we can't get any communication.
And I'm going to approach you. You can talk into this.
Whoa, there it goes.
Just set that back a little bit to try and
Yeah, make sure that's not it.
not cross off with the.
So for viewers and even for Laura, if you're not familiar with this, it is an app that's point is to scan through radio frequencies, thinking that spirits can talk through it. So obviously you want communication that is in direct response to what you said, as opposed to it just being radio gibberish.
There's a little blue there. I don't know what that.
That could be from the sensor. We had that at the jail and it didn't go off. So let's keep an eye on it. Wow, there it goes.
Now that changed colors and the phone wasn't going.
Did you catch that?
Blah, 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 blah. So whoever made all those lights change color, good job. You can do that again.
Yeah.
Or you can speak into that phone.
There goes some more lights.
That was one of those two.
Yeah.
People walking downstairs.
You heard something out there though, right?
Yeah, it just sounded like people walking around downstairs.
Okay.
Just gonna close the door.
Okay. And Laura and Jamie, if you guys have questions you want to ask, like, feel free.
Now I'm going to put one more way to communicate with us. If you touch the green light, it'll go to yellow, orange, and red.
It's
So
creepy.
why don't we give them like 30 seconds and see if
Of
they-
just silence and see what they do. Okay.
So we'll give you 30 seconds. Take your pick of how you want to communicate.
There you go.
What? Did you hear it?
I did it twice.
What do you think it's?
It kind of just sounded like,
Okay. Master, don't.
Are you touching that green light to make it go yellow? See if you can make it go red. Get as close as you can to it. Just hit red.
Wow.
Just was a flicker of
You're talking about the EMF, right?
the K2.
The K2.
Can you make that go red one more time? Almost there. Get as close as you can to it.
That is going off. There shouldn't be anything else electrical doing it unless, do you have the walkie?
it's all the way there.
So one,
Check this one right. It's very.
okay, one thing that we're going to test with this to try and debunk it in real time. Sarah's been in communication with us through text. So let's make sure it's not her. Hey, Sarah, you don't need to respond on the walkie, but can you send us another text? And we just want to make sure that the EMF is not responding to that. The REM pod beep is because of the walkie.
She's texting.
Okay, Sarah just sent another text. And the text is now gone. Radiator.
There's no radiator back here.
Oh, you heard that, right?
Yeah. It sounded kind of like the metal of the chair though.
So that tripwire didn't change when she sent the text.
No, it didn't. We've had SOS figures on the chair when it's been over here.
This chair?
Yes.
Or any chair?
No, this chair when it was back here. Not today, but in previous investigations. I'm just pointing out, I don't know if people heard it. There was a sound back here that I dismissed as a radiator, which is hard to be a radiator when there's no radiator.
Hello? Did someone say hello? Something's going with the K2.
I agree.
So do you want to communicate with us through that green light?
Ooh, that was a whisper.
It was a whisper.
That was me.
That just went yellow.
I feel like it's both of them.
Say that again, Laura?
I feel like it's both of them.
Both Luis and George.
Can you say your name into my phone? That'll help us know who we're.
Almost like a sure in the middle of that.
Say your name into the phone.
That sounded like Eva. Again.
Oh, it said, holy cow. Did you hear that?
Oh.
All right, how about this? If you can't say your name, if it's George, make all those purple lights change color or touch the green light and make it go to red.
Whoa.
Almost there, George. You got to yellow. Can you make it go to red?
Very eerie whisper.
Yes.
Go touch that green light as hard as you can. So Elise, if you're here, you can go make that green light turn all the way to red. It's the one right that I'm pointing to right there. Just go put your hand on it. Make it.
Wow. Whoa.
That went to red.
Wow.
It is.
I think we're talking to Elise.
I think so too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Luis.
Louise. Sorry, Louise. My apologies.
So there's directions we could go with this. We could try to improve contact and communication. We could try and find out why she's here. Whoa.
It's spiking to red.
Why?
Is that the answer? The why?
Maybe she's looking for George.
Let's ask the question.
Louise, are you looking for George? You are. Make that turn to red. Or say something into the phone.
What? What?
That was like,
What
That was
the?
like a sentence.
we couldn't quite hear that. Can you say that again?
Does. Oh my gosh, that whole sentence and the rope just went off.
Maybe it likes you. Maybe you should go closer. Was that a yes?
So I think we're talking about Louise and
So wait, there's still. Hmm. So can you tell us why you are
Hey everyone, I think we're having some technical difficulties. So we're just down here and we were thinking about asking the ghosts what their favorite Easter candy was. That was the best question we could come up with. What's your favorite Easter candy? You don't know?
Reese's.
Reese's?
Yep.
Do you think ghosts like Reese's? No, maybe? We're not sure.
Girl, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I think we got them back. Hold on.
Up your voice.
Sarah
We got
should
them
be back on.
Okay.
That's me.
And then we lost them.
We should be back on now. What?
Waivers.
There we go.
All right, this one's a little different, but you can still talk into it. Check with the talking.
No, not now.
So it's a little different how it works, but you can still talk into it, and you should still be able to hear your words. So Luis, earlier we heard why come through the phone. if you want, oh, change that all the way to yellow. If you want to help. Right, just confirm, make that green light go to red. Almost there. Make it go to red. Just put your whole hand on it. Just go to red. Are we recording? Are we on check?
I think we should be on.
Want red again?
Wow.
Is the walkie's quiet?
Walkie's quiet. Can I give you the camera for a second? Okay, I'm gonna open up the door. We're gonna hear sound. I just want to make sure we're still going.
So I think we're here with George and Luis. And they want to convey the message of why. Is that correct? Change the lights to the colors or play with that red light? I'm checking.
I think to go talk to Sarah.
We're getting all kinds of blue.
Can you move your phone away from those just to see if that's causing any of the interference at all?
I'm just gonna move my phone, you can still talk into it. You can use whatever you like.
So it sounds like we're still having difficulties with quality. I'm gonna go to 5G and see if that works.
Hey Chad, there's a lot of these little blue dots. Is that on the G2? It's not like a full pixel.
Okay.
Sorry, we're just trying to figure out our equipment.
No, it sounded like. Yeah, that's
So That was great. Let's try a different question. George, are you still in love with Luis? Luis, are you still in love with George? It's going pretty quiet.
What time are we at?
8:30. So here, can you turn that back towards me? Let's just talk for a second. So right as we started getting an increase in our activity, our mobile hotspot died, our city Wi-Fi completely cut out, and our 5G went out. So that's why we lost everything. The reception in here isn't great, but the timing of it is just interesting. So we apologize to everyone who have worked through and watched the spotty quality. Hopefully we got a decent enough signal for now.
What's happening over there?
Did you do that?
I just
Oh,
on the blue. I don't know what those blue.
Okay.
So George and Luis, you pretty. Are you still here? Let us know. Let us know that you're still here. It's gotten quiet.
Not in there.
yeah, Sarah said it's still pretty bad up here. The video quality, I think it's just the building.
It's just the building. Yeah.
Yeah, no, just
Slowing down.
Doing the
Okay.
showing the blue.
Okay. So why don't we do this, Jason? We'll try our next step with going out in the hallway. And we'll see if we can even get a connection to keep going live. So we're going to switch things up just a little bit. The plan is to come back here to finish our investigation, assuming that we've got a good enough connection to show it to you guys live. We are recording, otherwise we'll still make a video out of this. But boy, it's tough, and we certainly apologize. So go back to the of the upstairs. There are 4 rooms of this upstairs. So imagine the building like a big square, and there's one in each corner. Now, our docent for the evening had said that recently in this room right in front of me, there's a piano in there, and that one of the groups recently saw a woman appear right in front of that piano. Jamie's setting up. We're going to try and have a camera in there, pointed in towards that room. We'll also have the camera pointed out here as well. And it just isn't goodness, and give it to you in a proper form that you deserve. Okay, so Jamie, you're going to have that set up here. Either way. Perfect. And then one item that we'll need. So guys, give us just a couple minutes as we get set up here. I'm going to get you a light. Okay. Okay. So, guys, with our next step, for everyone here. There is a motion right here. Jamie and Jason, we're going to inside of this doorway inside here, correct? This camera set up. We're inside here. Jamie, you're between the other room for the other side. Okay. Fortunately, has been working on team. Just trying to tell people some of the jokes
BYU football. All right, so do you have that? Is that running?
It is.
Is that what you're saying to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, because it's bouncing around. It's not just one. Is there
Okay.
someone in the piano room? Oh, the K2 just lit up.
So a little bit of context here for everyone at home. The GS2 on the bottom can detect motion. The tripwire detects fluctuations in magnetic field. The EMF detector there is sitting on a piano bench. The piano's there. The apparition of the woman was seen just outside.
Good job lighting up that green K2. Can you step away so we know that you've got control over that? Just step back. Step away from it if you can. They stepped away from it. Okay, you're back on the bench, it looks like. We heard that a couple weeks ago there was a group here that saw someone standing by the piano. Was that you? Whoever's in there? They say it was a lady in a dress.
Probably the owner.
Is there a lady in a dress in the piano room with us? So if the lady in the dress is in the piano room, you can communicate with us a number of ways. You already made that green light go to red. Or you can go touch the red light on the piano and it'll change, or it'll light up the green or the purple or the yellow. All you have to do is get near that little antenna. So there's lots of ways, or you can come stand by the purple lights on the floor. Can you trigger any of those to let us know you're in there? Just go touch that green light or the red light. You could even touch purple lights. Oh, you're touching the green light. Good job. Can you make that go to red? Get it. You're almost there. I see yellow. That's almost red. That's good enough. We'll say that. So if you're the lady that that group saw, go make that turn to yellow again. So whoever in there, are you the owner of the piano? You're the owner of the piano. Go change one of those lights.
fine.
Okay. So difficulty that we're having here is trying to give you a good product while having enough internet power to deliver it. And it also does seem to be, again, as we've seen multiple times, activity that's cutting out our equipment. It'll just shut down our phones completely. So I think after talking with the team, the best move is going to be to end the live stream here. But we do have other good footage from GoPro. We're going to put together a video, a traditional video on this, and deliver it to you guys. The activity's going wild. I just wish that we could show it to you. So I feel like that's the right decision, Jamie.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Sarah, you good with that? Okay, the show will go on. We will have a great video for you. That is my promise. We thank everyone for tuning in. We're going to give it a try again next time. Maybe not here live, but we'll give you another good video. Thanks for everyone who did tune in. Sarah, anyone that we can't give a mug to? Do we have commenters?
Yeah.
How many commenters do we have?
Right.
Okay, we're going to give a mug to everyone who commented and stuck around with us this time. So send us a message through social media. If you have my phone number, you're welcome to text me, send me your address. We'll get you guys a mug. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Jamie, any final thoughts?
Nope.
Like
Let's
and
just get at it.
subscribe. Thank ya.